previewing Week 3 in college football here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and we're talking right now with Jeff Grant, featured sports betting writer for the Bleacher Report. Jeff, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Peter. Glad to talk a little Pac-12 football right here.
Thanks, Jeff. No, I really appreciate you talking about this game because I assign these games to you. You don't look at the card and then choose the ones you think have the biggest value and then send me the ones that you want to talk about. I assign these games. So these are tough lines. But here in this one, USC Stanford, I assign this game to you. I'm thinking there's actually a big edge here, and I think it's with USC. You know, Stanford, they improved in their second game. Their defense was better, but USC just has such an enormous passing game and just a ton of weapons on offense. And they're only a 7.5-point favorite. Yeah, they're on the road, but is this really, a huge road game? I'm thinking this is a blowout by USC, and they've got great value here, minus 7.5.
I think a lot of people are going to join you on this one, Peter, and I'll tell you why. I'm from Southern California. USC has been pointing to this game for years now. Matt Barkley, the Heisman Trophy favorite. Everybody expects him to be the Heisman Trophy winner at the end of the year. Has never beaten Stanford while he has been in Southern California. So he came back. He didn't go to the NFL draft. He wanted to come back for this game in particular because Andrew Luck got the best of him the last 3 years. And I'll give you one more statistic that you might want to fire on USC is the fact that they've never lost 4 straight games in the series with Stanford in school history.
Wow. Yeah, I'm thinking that this is going to be one of those games. I mean, obviously, the public's going to be all over USC. I'm just kind of surprised. Why do you think this line is only 7.5?
I think they had to put it there. It started at 9 from what I see, and it went down to 7.5. And they must have felt comfortable with this number just for the fact that, I ran a Las Vegas sports book for a good period of time, and you get a lot of USC action on Saturday. So with the line at 9, it moved down to 7.5. USC action is going to be seen from here on out. If any sharps were on this line before, it was at 9 at the opening number. And what they figured was Stanford has not been a home underdog since November 19th of 2009. So that's been quite a while. They've been an average home favorite, Stanford, a 19-point home favorite on average since that time that they beat Oregon on that game in November 19th, 2009.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this game. I'm thinking this has got to be one of those games where the public is going to be all over USC, and then if I'm reading the game correctly, the sharps are going to be all over USC as well. So I'm thinking that the books might have a good chance of getting buried here. I just think that Stanford might be able to hold USC down for 1 or 2 series, but for the whole game as a single-digit favorite, I'm liking USC. Thanks, Jeff. It seems like you agree with me.
I agree with you to a point, and I understand your preservation on going on the USC side. I'm going to look at the total because I think the line is exactly where it needs to be in terms of attracting sharp action to accommodate that USC money that's going to overflow on Saturday. I mean, if anybody bets Stanford other than an alum in Las Vegas on Saturday, I'd love to meet him. But I'm going to look at the under because I'm looking at a number of 56. And I've noticed that the last 4 in the series have gone over the total. People need to realize that USC has not played an important game in this now 2 years after the NCAA probation. They're on NCAA probation for 2 years. So they haven't played a meaningful game in the Lane Kiffin era. On the other end, you have David Shaw, one of the best offensive coordinators, head coaches in the Pac-12. He's been there since Stanford's kind of made a run on USC. I think he's going to use the running game. And I'm going to compare this, finally, just to make my point on the under. I'm going to compare this game the way Lane Kiffin's going to look at it like he went to Notre Dame last year. And he ran the ball more than he ever has at USC in that game. The game finished 31-17 in South Bend last year, went under the total of 57, and that looks like a very similar number to the 56 that's posted on the board in Vegas right now.
All right. Interesting analysis, Jeff Grant. Thanks. I'm very interested to see what the sportsbook guys that I do weekly interviews with will have to say about this game when I do them on Thursday and Monday. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.